Hopefully that button's working. We're live here. Hello and welcome back to episode 10 of Fun, Fresh and Footy. How fucking exciting was that? We just realised that we've hit double digits, guys.
How good.
How friggin' good. Just to let you know, we are wearing beanies today because I also live in the coldest house in the world. But it is Beanies for Brain Cancer Round, which is round 15 according to my run sheet. So, yeah, we're supporting the good cause. We're always supporting the good cause. All right, let's rip into it. Welcome to Fun, Fresh and Footy with Pete Nash. Alrighty, Petey, welcome back. Episode 10. How do you feel 10 episodes in?
Good. I was just saying before, it feels like even more than that. I feel like I've been doing this for ages.
Probably because we've been talking shit for a very long time prior to this podcast. So This is just
10 weeks of putting the microphone in front of it.
This is 10 weeks of the professional side of it, and it hasn't even been that professional. Lots to touch on this week. Lots happening in rugby league. Lots that happened just in our lives. I don't know if that's tightening or lefty loosey, righty tighty. Lefty loose.
You went away this weekend? How was it?
Sucking backwards. Katie and I went to the Mountains over the long weekend, which was sick. It was so much fun. We had an absolute ball.
Did you freeze?
It was very cold. This beanie did get a workout both days. We stayed at Penrith and then kind of like just trekked out to the Blue Mountains each day, which was good. It was only like 45 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, that's all right then.
So we managed to see Wentworth Falls. Also found out like an hour after we got home from Wentworth Falls that someone died there that day.
Oh shit, how?
I'm pretty sure they said a rock fell on him or something, which was terrifying.
Goodness. Hope they told you that like after the trek.
Well, I went and bought the newspaper the next day to like try and find the newspaper article and couldn't. So I just spent the whole car ride to Scenic World reading about the Roosters win from the night before. Katie's like, why
can't be mad about that.
She's like, why aren't you talking about it? I'm trying to find this article. Sam Walker. Also, we did our best work at Panthers Rugby League Club both nights.
Yeah. Did
our ass there. But that is a great establishment. Really good fun. Highly, highly recommend it.
And you told me you were pretty keen for the Panthers boys to show up, but it didn't happen.
I asked every single official person that worked there if the boys came often, and they said, no, not really. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. I was like, that's it. Another big bad, what were we drinking?
Big boys.
Big boy Long Island iced tea, send it my way. They were delicious, but they had like a glowing ice cube in it, which would have brought on epilepsy if that's what you suffered from. What about you, mate? You went up north. You went opposite to me.
Yeah, went to Maxville, took Pernell home for the first time.
That's your partner?
My partner,
for the listeners.
For the listeners. Went home to Maxville for a few days. It was actually so nice. The weather was like mint. Like it was
Your weather looked sick.
Literally, we went swimming and everything. Like it was so lovely. Lots of walks. Lots of food, lots of drinks.
Good times.
Had a bit of a punt, which was good.
I seen your story. Purnell looking a bit salty because he obviously didn't get up.
I got out. I was the first bet of the day and I won on my very first horse of the day and I was like, where's this in my punters club? Anyway.
I was about to say, our punters club has literally just turned into like a savings account that we all put $5 in a week and
then spend the rest on horses.
Yeah, fuck, ours is hopeless.
Yeah, so I won the first one. I actually didn't win after that, but Dad got a few wins. Pernell finally got wins at the end, and my poor Uncle Brian got no wins. But it was a good day. Pretty pissy after it.
I was going to say, any just day out drinking and betting on ponies is normally a good time.
Oh, it was a lot of fun, honestly. We had a great time. But
and then you managed to zip home in time just to watch the back end of the Beta Bowl.
Yeah, came home and we all met you at the Bolo for the last.
That's what Katie and I were saying. I was like Penrith was fun, but there's no place like Merewether Bowling Club.
Oh my God, it was nice to be home.
It's funny how we all just conjulated there.
Yeah.
All of us were all there together. It's like a big family all back together again.
It felt like a Sunday on a Monday because of the public holiday too.
Exactly.
It was quite nice.
It felt like a Sunday, except we all had to fucking work the next day. Speaking of work, did you work this week?
No, I'm basically unemployed at the moment.
I love that. Yeah, you did make me go through your locker. I actually went through someone else's locker. 'Cause there's 2 Maitland Black stickers.
Yeah. But mine's on the right. Mine's on the one next to the other one on that side.
You probably mentioned that in the message.
I think I did.
And I'm like, fuck, Peter has a lot of woolens in here. I don't think she's ever worked in any like hot area.
I have to wear woolens.
Do you?
So, yeah, when I work in the cast house or potlines or whatever.
Oh, well, this person had a lot of shit in their locker,
Yeah,
and I was like, there's no shoes in here. So anyway, apologies to that girl. My work week is only half done. I woke up this morning feeling flat. Like I've just been so from work. We've just been worked our asses off the last 2 days. So I'm feeling a bit flat. But anyway, I'm up and about now that you're here. I'm going to give 2 quick shout outs to my main mans at work, Richard and Neil, who I've convinced to listen to the podcast, and Richard, little dog Maple, who I'm in love with, got attacked by a greyhound the other day on her walk. She's all right. She's okay. A little bit shaken up. Don't know whether he's taking her to therapy or anything like that. But many good yarns happen in our lunchroom about little Maple, and I was
What sort of dog's Maple?
Oh, God, he'll kill me for this. But it's like a mini pinscher or something. I think. I'd have to like get it up and show you. I'll show you after. But yeah, she's cute as, and that was horrible to hear. Neil also confirmed that he went back and re-listened to the whole catalogue, so he's completely up to date, so he will hear this.
On your Neil.
There was another bloke that I like stood over at work, Macca. I had to teach him how to like use Spotify and download a podcast. I was like, I need to do this more like standoverish with my friends as well, so people listen. Actually, there was a chick at Panthers the other night who we swapped phones because she was a singer, and I was like, I'll follow your page if you follow mine. Yeah. And she's like, I'm not going to listen. I said, well, too bad. It's going to show up in your thing now.
We've resorted to threatening people to listen to our... But that's fine. They'll love it when they come here. And whatever you got to do to get them here, it doesn't matter because they'll stay.
Once they get here, it's a fucking great time.
Exactly.
Was there anything else in your week?
No. Oh, well, sorta.
Go on.
I'll leave it for my star and Marge, I think.
Oh, okay. No, that's all right. I just wanted to quickly touch on some of what we'll do is we'll whip through round 14. I've got a couple of notes here on some of the big talking points that happened in rugby league over the weekend. The big one was obviously Boyd Cordner, our boy Boyd, retired from rugby league due to the number of head knocks that he'd had.
You got to say, like, I'm glad to see that he is retired, but it's a very, very sad day.
It fucking sucks. It absolutely fucking sucks. But, yeah, the measures that were put in place, he'd already had, 6 months off because it was in that Origin game.
Yeah.
So, look, he's actually being the bigger person and looking after his own mental health and general health, and well-being. Well-being. So I said, it was just as we got home from Penrith, I watched the press conference and fucking sat there and bawled my eyes out watching it. It was quite emotional, but congratulations, Boyd. Like, he had the most phenomenal career. Like,
oh, he did. He'd done it all.
Did you end up listening to the Hello Sport podcast where they said you'd suck the devil's dick for that kind of? I laughed so hard at that. I was so like, true, but that is so true. Like,
he's done everything.
He's done everything. He did it twice. Like, Origin, captained his club and Origin to back wins. I can't remember how we went in the World Club Challenge. I'm pretty sure we would have won.
Yeah.
Super League suck.
Plus he was an Aussie captain.
Plus he was our Australian skipper. So yeah, that leaves that gap open for the end of the year. Hopefully by the end of the year we can sort of play in some kind of Tri-Nations thing.
Yeah.
The other thing from the Roosters I'll quickly touch on, Robbo's spray to the press about Victor Radley being kicked off a Gold Coast flight.
See, I didn't. You messaged me about this, and I actually didn't remember it. I didn't hear it. Sorry.
Well, to be honest, when I reread the message I sent you, Radley's auto-corrected to easily. And that's why you would have been like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know who Easily is. I can't be bothered to get
into
this.
Yeah, but apparently, so Victor Radley, obviously out on suspension, went up to go and watch his mate, whose name escapes me. I think it's Tom. He made his debut for the Chooks against the Titans.
Yep.
Yipped and yard-hooed, as he would, as he's the larrikin that we all love and adore. But anyway, apparently he was too pissed on the Gold Coast plane and they've kicked him off. He's had to come home with the Roosters officials on the Sunday. Then Robbo's come out and, like, delivered a press conference, giving him a bit of a spray, saying, like, you act like a man in public, like we've all been on planes before. Fair enough. I understand that the Roosters have, like, the bar set this fucking high.
Yeah.
But you got to remind yourself, he's still 23.
Yeah.
Look,
I mean,
I laughed when I saw it.
It's funny but also at the same time, it's like we've all been too pissy, but we've all been I've never been kicked off a plane personally.
Well, that was someone else had said something, and it's like probably just purely because of his, like, high status.
Yeah,
eyeballs would have been on him.
Yeah, exactly right.
But, like, as soon as I heard it, I laughed. So I was like,
if it was anyone else, it wouldn't have been probably kicked off. It would have just been like, shut up, mate.
News out of St George before we carry on. Corey Norman and Dufty have basically been told to look elsewhere, so neither of those will be re-signed.
Yep.
Kind of saw that coming, I guess.
Yeah.
Apparently, I think I heard on Bloke in a Bar, Dufty's toured the facilities of Canberra.
Yes, I heard that too, which I think is a weird one.
That's weird. I don't really care.
And as I was saying, though, I don't know. I don't really know why they would need him.
Yeah, why would they?
I know Charles Nickel-Clockstar is out injured, but
he was also in that 2019 Premier team.
Yeah, and he's a gun.
I
wouldn't say bring in Dufty over him. And apparently Simonson can play fullback.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Simonson can play fullback. I don't know about Corey Norman.
Yeah. Corey Norman will find a spot somewhere, I reckon.
Someone will pick him up. Apparently he's getting paid something ridiculous to be at the Dragons.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be the only reason they're getting rid of him. He's probably just taken up a bit too much cap.
But it's weird that they But that's the thing I find. I reckon he's played heaps better this year.
Oh yeah.
But probably because he knows his contract's up.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. They probably just need to free up that space because they'll be able to pick up.
Well, they reckon there's a young fella, Bud Sullivan, who will come through under him.
Yep.
Who's meant to be a gun.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, who cares about the Dragons? The only other thing we could probably even talk about this in the round. Yeah. We might even touch on this bit when we go through our review. It's on our Chookies game. Sorry, I got notes galore. Alrighty, round 14. So did you go all right in your tips?
Fucking shocking.
Good.
I got hardly any. I got
but we're actually coming equal.
Last.
We're coming equal third last, but you're beating me on margin points.
I'm surprised by that because our margin game last week was this original game, Manly versus Cows, I'm pretty sure. And I put 10 as the margin, but I had Cows to win, so it would have been added a shitload.
That's hilarious because I had Manly by 20.
Yeah, I'm surprised your margin's still smaller because
I can't check it, but it would literally be, I think it's within 10 points or whatever.
Well, I was way in front in my margin, but now that has really stuffed me. But anyway.
I can't even remember this game, to be honest.
Well, I do. I was at home watching it and we were like, oh shit, the footy's on. And we turned it on and Cows are up 12-0 after 15 minutes or something.
That's right.
And
they got off to a real good start.
I was like, bloody oath. I was like, yep, glad I took bloody Cows. And then Manly just come and put 50 on, with freaking no response.
Without turbo as well.
Yeah, with no turbo. So
they're big dick energy over there.
At the moment, yeah. So, and I think probably Cherry Evans had something to prove after a bit of a shocker at Origin.
One of the Queensland greats, and again, Queensland greats on this show generally usually escape our mind, said that after his poor performance in Origin and then to go out and put on a clinic like that against the Cowboys just goes to show his mental resilience. And I was like, touche.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I thought Cherry Evans was going to cry in that press conference after
Yeah, you'd think he would have been a bit more mentally tough during the Origin, though.
Nah, they fucking sucked. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, like, to any Queensland listeners, like, they did. They were rubbish. They just couldn't defend. We just outplayed. I know we already touched on Origin last week, but, like, that game was fucking sick. And it was – I'm really looking forward to game 2 because to see if they can sort of defend our attack any better.
Yeah,
But, man, that game will go down in history as one of the greatest. All right. Wow. Sharks versus Penrith. Now, we definitely didn't think that Cronulla would go back-to-back.
No.
And then we didn't think
I didn't think Penrith would go back-to-back losses.
Correct. We did not think that as well. Obviously, the Penrith guys were understaffed. They rested a lot of their Origin players. But Matt Burton still played really well.
Yeah, Matt Burton was kind of like a shining light in a shit situation. Like, honestly...
Who kicked the field goal? Do you know?
SJ.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes.
Honestly, Panthers looked pretty terrible out there except for Burton. Burton was a bit of something, if I'm honest.
And I find that's promising for the Bulldogs.
Sharks?
No. When Burton goes to the Bulldogs next year.
Yeah. I was
like that's promising signs
that he's
for
still
them.
able to like play good when their team's not ripping and tearing.
Yeah, and look, that was still a very close game. Kudos to the Sharks.
And Sharks played well. SJ literally ripped and teared. He played.
He's been a boss on like social media at the moment, being just like
well, he's just he wants that contract. Like he's not done yet, and he's like, I want my extra couple years. He's a half. He wants to show that he's like still worth a bit.
And obviously kicking the winning field goal, it doesn't say much more than that. So good on him.
And also, he was so composed.
Also, good on to Annabelle from our tipping comp. She was the only bitch that took. Sorry for calling you a bitch. She was the only one that took Cronulla. So
there you go.
She took the Smoky. Game of the round: Titans versus the Roosters. Now I had to watch this one on KO as we were driving into Penrith. And I was just like yipping and yahooing because we were absolutely toweling them up.
Oh, my God. I know. I was at the pub.
Toweling them up. And then what? Sam Walker goes off with his shoulder injury? Is that right?
He went off with a shoulder injury and then they just scored like try.
Yeah, it was 3 tries extremely quickly. I'll say it after this. But obviously Sam Walker gets the needle, which is a very concerning thing for a young man.
Yeah, definitely.
Gets the needle, boom, sets up, field goal, cheer baby. What did Brookie say? Cheer.
Cheer.
Gets the winning field goal. It was fucking sick.
It shows that he is like tough, I reckon. And
he's tough
good,
as nails.
It is definitely worrying signs. Like I've heard a few people say if the Roosters had their way, they wouldn't be playing him all season. He would have had 1 or 2 games here and there, get him used to footy, and he'd be coming in next year like fully fit and ready. But we just don't really have
anyone
choice because all of our halves are in the bin.
Well, that's what Denon Kemp said. He was like, if depending on where they are on the table come finals, say by round 20, 21, just go, all right, get your shoulder surgery done. Let's have you ready to go for next year.
Yeah. But
I hope we're in the grand final and I hope we win.
Yeah, me too.
I just want to quickly touch on some other notes I had from here. So our boy Marge will miss 2 weeks due to that elbow thing. I missed that, but I read about it the next day. And then Kevin Proctor's high tackle.
He's also out.
He will also miss 2 weeks. Now, that was like the David Fafita one a couple of weeks ago where it was just like a clothesline. Not sent off, but put on report.
Yeah.
What the fuck is like these rules doing? Because then in the...
So my problem is, like, they obviously have, when they put in these rules, everyone can tell that it's just like, whoa, it's way too hectic. And look, PVL did come out and apologise and be like, look, I got it wrong. But there's nothing that's come out to say that they are actually loosening these rules at all.
Yeah.
Like, so... But 2
weeks ago, he would have been sent off.
Yeah, but...
Sent for 10, I mean, even.
But, like, people that did less than that over the week, you know, there was people that did less bad high shots over the weekend that got sent off for 10 and Kevin Proctor didn't.
Yeah, there's 2 games that
And the problem is that they haven't come out and officially said like, yeah, no, we're going to loosen up on this. So all that's happened is like some refs are just like, look, I can't keep freaking sending people off. I'm going to use a bit of judgment. And other refs are still kind of just doing that same old thing from the start. So there's some that are just sending them. And then there's other ones that are just like, I don't want to be that ref. But there needs to be uniform because it's shit. Like,
yeah, it's all over the place. It's choppy.
because now, like, not that it matters, but like, you know, Manu gets hit there. He doesn't go off, which is fine, but like, we don't get the advantage of Kevin Proctor being sent for 10.
That's because
but now this next week's team does.
But as they were also saying in another show, Manu, who's strong as fuck, Mum's favourite player, Mum's favourite hot boy, just gets up.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why they don't get the penalty. And then that's exactly right. They're just encouraging people to stay down.
Which is bullshit.
Which is just going to turn the game to like
the more players that stay down after look, we play football and like we're obviously not playing at an impact of a professional rugby league style, but we've both been in tackles where you've had head knocks or your head's hit the ground hard or you've fucking collected an elbow or a knee and you kind of just get back up. Well, sometimes you don't, but you get back up.
Yeah.
But these Marges that are laying on the ground milking a penalty, that is fucking pissing me off.
Yeah, exactly right. And then they jump straight back up. Like, I think it was a few weeks ago, Dane Laurie got crucified for it because he like jumped, they hit him in the head and he like laid down and was like, oh, and then as soon as they blew the penalty, he sprung up to his feet and like went to take it.
Yeah,
I'm like, mate, if you're going to act, you're going to have to act better than that.
Yeah, it's acting school. It's acting rugby league, and it's not what we're paying members for, and it's not what this podcast is about. We're not about Marges who lay down, milk penalties, then get up and smile. You get fucking hit in the head, you go, you spend 2 weeks on the podcast like this idiot, not being able to string 2 words together. Sorry, Petey, that was a dig at you.
Oh, I never put up my photo of me getting whacked in the face either.
Yes, you did.
My video.
Yeah, I swear you put it on there.
I didn't put it on the page. Oh, yes, I did.
See what I mean? See what I fucking... Moving on. All right.
I did, sorry.
So, Bunnies versus the Knights. Why am I...
I didn't watch this, but I had rabbits to... Well, I watched some of it, but I had rabbits.
Is this Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I missed... So, wait.
I was pretty pissed by then.
So, what... There was 2 Saturday night games.
Well, the Chix was Saturday Arvo.
Yeah, so these were... Yeah, I was also very drunk by these 2 games. I was watching a little bit at Panthers. I'm pretty sure it was Was it Old Boys Day or was that the weekend before? I don't know. But anyway...
No, that was the week before.
But anyway, Bunnies, it was Alex Johnson's show. He scored a hat trick. Knights are still underdone. But in saying that, Mitch Pearce and Ponga have come back this week. So that's good signs for them. Raiders outplayed the Broncos.
Yeah, well, I had Broncos, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah.
Ew.
Well, Raiders have been... I honestly am so off the Raiders. Like, they have been playing so badly. They've got nothing going for them. I was like, surely they don't win here. Broncos have been looking okay.
No, but, surely I didn't. No, I went the Raiders.
But Raiders came out.
They dominated.
They put on a good show,
They dominated. But this was the other issue. So it was I think it was Kobe Hetherington was sent off from the field for a tackle made on Corey Harawira Naira. I had to write it down because I was worried I'd pronounce it wrong.
Didn't watch this, but I was told it was nothing.
It wasn't. Look, in Hetherington's defence, so Corey's come into the tackle. He's been ankle tapped by someone, and the way he's just fell purely into the shoulder. All it should have been was a penalty. He was literally sent from the field.
At very best 10.
But but this is what the bunker do. They go back and they watch it and they watch it and they watch it and they watch it. And you will realise that in live time, there is no way that Hetherington can pull out of this tackle.
That's the problem. It's watched in slow-mo, and like slow-mo's not good for some situations. Like slow-mo's great for telling if the ball's grounded.
Yeah.
But it's not good for telling if someone's like deliberately hit someone in the head or not, because it's always going to look bad because it looks like they've got 10 seconds to get out of the road. But like you said, in live time, it's like they literally can't pull out.
He would not have been able to move an inch of his body. So yeah, either 10 super harsh or just the penalty to the Raiders. Because guess what? He's not missing a game
No.
because it's the bunker and everyone's ruled it bullshit. Excuse me, Siri. Actually, you just reminded me I need to change my Marge. Yeah. So he got. I think he got a $1,500 fine.
That's shit.
But yeah, but we'll still play in round 15.
But
so
it's shit. Like
it's
this guy's like lost $1,500 just because of like a bullshit
an accident.
Yeah.
And like every fucking football podcast that you listen to, hopefully this one's the main one. Accidents are going to happen.
Yeah.
It does happen. It happens in our fucking football comps that we play in. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, it needs to be black or white.
Yeah.
It's way too grey.
And same with like, I think it might have been Maria Hargreaves even, but he's like went in for a tackle and he sort of saw that he was going to hit high and he's like tried to pull out at the last minute. So he's hardly even tapped this bloke.
And then he probably still got the penalty.
Yeah, he still got the penalty. But it was overturned at judiciary, so that is handy.
Beauty. Also, congratulations to the big fella. 250 games, played 80 minutes, absolutely played his fucking dick off. I was like, should I say that? But yeah, played an
he's a gun. I hate like people that don't like him. I'm like, you're sad.
Really? I fucking love
too.
him. I love Jared. He's a fucking weapon. He's such a great. He's just one of those.
You need people like that in your team.
If we had a Jared on our Merewether Carlton team, I would just be like, feel safe.
It's funny you said that because last night at training, Scott was saying that you need a bully at the Greens.
A bully?
Yeah.
I'll fucking bully him, but I need to put on some size because they're going to snap me in half and probably bash me in the ruck. I'm lippy, but I'm not like strong or good or anything.
Lip will do.
All right, Warriors versus Storm. Look, I think Katie and I were watching this at a beautiful little pub in Lura on KO again while we're having a beer. I think Warriors actually did get off to a decent start from memory.
Yeah, they played all right.
But then, yeah, Storm just put him to bed.
They also had no Walsh, which was, they struggle without him now because he does bring that flair.
He's a gun. I love Christian Walsh. And he's a...
No. I mean, Reece Walsh.
Oh, Reece Walsh.
But they also had no Christian Welch.
Oh, we'll touch on it later.
Christian Welch was out for...
Concussion.
And then Reece Walsh was out for
suspension.
Judiciary, yeah.
But I did have a note here that Ken Mamalo scored a hat trick.
He did.
For the second time against the Storm.
Yeah. He's got a good record against the Storm.
However, he moves to the Tigers this round.
He does.
So,
did you watch the end of that? He was very emotional at the end. He was crying.
He was crying.
Which is sad because it kind of shows that he didn't want to go and they've forced him to go.
Yeah, it's all to do with the cap and.
Well, I think he's on quite a big wicket for a winger, and especially he hasn't been he's been scoring tries now, but he's not been in the best form of his life, kind of thing.
But it's hilarious that he versus the Storm this Saturday
again. Yeah,
at the Tigers.
It'd be interesting if he could score a hat trick. I actually have that in my multi. So.
Oh, beauty! Well, we're almost there, guys.
Yeah, we've got we're still in.
No, we're not. We're not almost there. I lied. Eels, we'll quickly just drag through these. Eels 40 over the Tigers 12. Well, no, everyone saw that coming. We're not really big fans of the Tigers until Mamalo gets there. The Moses and Clint Gutherson blow up midfield was fucking hilarious.
I know.
That's something I would do. I feel like I'm more of a Moses on my team. Just blow up and scream at someone. But I guess it just shows how passionate and it is. But Gutho simmered him down and...
Yeah. I feel like...
that was funny, but...
Yeah. Moses just seems like every little annoying primary school boy that I've ever met.
That's me. And then this was the game that we all watched at the pub.
Although I will say, Papali'i didn't get binned for his knee on the head.
Yeah, I don't think I watched this game, to be honest.
That's right.
Dogs beating the Dragons. Now,
we knew.
I feel like we spoke about it, but we're like, nah, we're not doing it. We're not doing it.
I nearly... Fuck the Dragons, eh?
Fuck the Dragons. And you know what?
I mean, good on the Dogs.
I'm proud of the Dogs. They played well. And we were at the pub and I know we're all yipping and yahooing and talking about our holidays and weekends and crap. But it was they played good.
Yeah, well, like, yeah, I think I didn't get to watch most of it. Penel was saying Avarillo ripped and teared.
Yeah, he's in my multi for this week.
But I will say, every loss is closer to a win. Like, they were due for one soon.
So don't pick them this week.
They won't be winning next week. No. Don't be confused.
We're not going into this football god dribble one more time.
Don't be confused.
We
They won
maybe
this
we need
game,
to
but
go-
if we had the stats about the line breaks and that, I reckon it would be pretty grim.
Should I
still.
freaking get them up? I will. I will get them up.
Honestly, this is definitely just a rugby gods situation. I don't think we need to look heaps far into why the dogs are.
Oh,
You know?
I'm on the wrong round for starters. That's a good start. But you know what we should do? We should count weeks between like their wins
And do a stats for
and
the
then
year.
and then be like, oh, yep, they're definitely due.
Well, how many weeks? Yeah, we'll go back and do the maths for that. Maybe we'll make up a little stat for our Insta about the.
How do you find team stats? Like, how do people do this so easily?
What's that?
All right,
58%?
so yeah, they had more of the possession. They had a 94% completion rate over a 70% completion rate for Dragon.
Wowee.
So that's awesome. So they had 1,800 running meters compared to 1,200 for St George. 679 post-contact meters compared to just under 500 for St George.
Oh my goodness! Look down here.
4 line breaks to 1.
And 34 tackle breaks.
So actually their stats are improving.
Yeah, well done, dogs. I still think it's a rugby gods thing, but well done.
That's crazy. And that's crazy that we know how to look that up online. So I'm proud of me
We're
and
growing.
you for that. All right, so that
That's
was
the round.
that was round 14. That was a wicked round, wicked weekend.
was a good round.
You know what that means? Rightio, Petey. That song brought to us by Rihanna means it's our time. It's time for our star and our Marge of our week, where we name one star and one dickhead, basically, of our week. Want to kick us off?
Yeah, sure. My star this week was Sammy Walker for the field goal.
Fuck off! That was mine. Yeah, dead set.
Oh, look.
Actually, can you just put that up and show the audience, that our YouTube audience, Peter actually brought notes. I brought us both notepads to like write stuff. This bitch has never written one thing down. She almost left it here last week, and she's come prepared, and now she's stolen my star as well. How good.
See, this is what happens when I'm prepared. Normally I can just see what you go and be like, oh, I won't go that.
We have the same brain.
Anyway, yeah, Sam Walker, like, look, great field goal. We needed him because if the Titans won, I would have freaking been so mad. And also, I'm pretty sure it's his birthday today.
We'll confirm that later.
It was either yesterday or it's today. It's one of them. But good on you. Happy birthday, and you are a star in my eyes and Krebit's eyes.
We love you. And, oh my God, it was his birthday yesterday.
Yesterday.
Happy birthday, Sam Walker. We fucking love you. We are real big. Oh my God, what a coincidence. What a fucking omen. I'm wearing the jersey that he signed.
Oh my God. Roosters 13 plus this weekend.
That's a fucking omen if I'm ever telling you one.
Yeah,
After
that is.
listening to all that dribble about omens.
Yeah, and then both of us picking Sam Walker and you wearing the Sam Walker thing and it being his birthday.
Wow. Anyway, before we talk about that for the next 20 minutes, did you have a Marge?
Well, my Marge is Tuesday I got home. I went to go to footy training. We didn't have any footy training last week because of the bye weekend.
Yeah.
And I went to go and grab my footy boots to leave, and someone had stolen them off my veranda.
Fuck, I heard about that.
So, like, literally whoever stole my footy boots, they're the Marge, because they were only like a month old or something too.
What were they too?
Just some Asics, like.
Are they kids ones or like adult ones?
Oh, I don't know. They were size 6.
But like, do you pay like 200 for them, or do you pay like 90 for them?
They had like 90. I was glad. Anyway, I had to go buy another pair of boots yesterday, which I don't have the money for.
So if like Rebel Sport or someone in the Rebel game can get this story out, like Peter needs boots. Fuck, I should get some visuals of my boots. My boots are literally fucking falling apart.
Mine weren't. Mine were brand new.
So she's got brand new boots. Mine are falling apart. If someone wants to send in or like, I'd
love a pair of real boots.
Give some real boots to these aspiring footballers and podcasters, because we podcast full time and try and remember how to play rugby on weekends. That would be great. So Rebel Sport, reach out.
Or Catalogue and Club. That's where I actually went and got these on next one. So they're always good if they want to sponsor the potty.
Well, I didn't hear that. Who?
Catalogue and Club.
What is that?
The sports shop on my road. They actually always have mad deals.
Fuck that. Let's go in there and ask him. I'll literally go in there and ask him.
But yeah, I literally said to him when I got there, I was like, I literally was in here like a month and a half ago.
They're like, oh, Petey, hey.
I was like, and mine got nicked. And he was like, that actually happens a lot more than you would think.
Why do you leave them out the front, may I ask? Oh, you actually don't. I already know the answer.
If I left them inside, my roommate's dog would eat them.
That dog's also outside. Could Benny get up on top of like a bin or something?
Well, I'm going to have to try and like hang them up outside because I can't have them chewed up. But then they can't dry the mud. The mud can't dry out in my room.
See, because what I do is when I get home, I bang the shit out of them and I leave them on the barbecue because they stink. Yeah. And they're dirty.
That's what I mean. You need to dry them out because they get wet and like muddy
and they're fucking gross
and dirty. So
do you have a barbecue?
No. I'm going to have to figure out something to put out the back because...
Fantastic furniture, reach out. We might need a little outdoor setting.
Yeah, if anyone's got a little stand, I could put them on. But yeah, no, because they'll get eaten inside and they get stolen from the front veranda. So I've like literally no winning. And I can't dry them out in my room.
That's disgusting. We've already had carpet issues in that room.
Well, we have. And I'm still having more. And the windows don't open in my room. So it would just be a mess.
This has actually turned into a really sad podcast.
Anyway, I've got new shoes and I accidentally bought the wrong size, but I've worn them now, so they're a touch big.
Too big? Just double sock, brah.
Yeah, I might have to.
Double sock. Have some lucky socks underneath and then the Hunter ones.
Yeah, we'll see.
Look, that's a problem for another day because I want to talk about my Marge now. So first of all, I had Keno because Keno fucking absolutely rolled me on the weekend. Katie and I have 5 lucky numbers that have paid off 3 times the juicy 640, and I thought, being holiday vibes, whatnot, let's throw some on. We didn't win. I think we won one game, like decent game. But yeah, the Keno gods were not in my favour. Also, a big Marge was Siri. So because we're doing a lot of like driving and stuff to places that we didn't know where we were going, we had Siri on the little map thing. Her voice is fucking annoying.
Yes.
Her voice is fucking annoying. Like, so we like muted her, and then I think because she knew we muted her, she kept trying. Like we did the scabby way home where you didn't have to pay tolls.
Yeah.
So I think because she knew that we'd muted her, she kept trying to like divert every single like route that we were going around.
That sounds like.
And I was like, Marge. You fucking Marge. I was like, shut up and just let me fucking drive. Yeah. Anyway, so that's enough about them. All right, so that's Star and Marge. Chix leaderboard. So unfortunately, the Dragons fucked up and our Bells perfect round, which is good because she didn't get the double points because we don't need that when we're coming second and third last. So podium leaders are Liz on 81, tied with Big Nug on 81, and Shakshi Shamford on 79.
Yeah, I wasn't even game to look at it this week because I was like, I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure Naomi's still coming last.
And our Belle's on top of us now.
So who... Show me.
It's only Annika and Gnomes. You're below me, and then Annika and Gnomes are below both of us.
That sucks, eh?
Yeah, I went down a few spots this week.
How many did you actually get right?
4.
And how many did I get right?
6.
Yeah.
So you must have been a bit behind me then.
Well.
Ugh. That's a terrible
This is where redemption...
I literally got 4. That's terrible.
This is where redemption comes into it.
Sure does.
All right. And I'm up for discussion. That's what these mics are here for. Because I don't know if you can see my paper, but I've got crosses all over the place.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous this week.
I've changed my mind like 400 times.
Yeah, me too.
But I need to confirm that what I've wrote here and what I'm going with in my heart is on my phone. Because I don't want to do that.
You don't want to Peter situation. Honestly, that's like nothing more gutting than thinking you've picked one team.
Like I'm pretty sure I even had like in my other footy tipping comp, like gone against the Roosters in a round that we'd won, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Anyway, all right, Thursday night or tonight, we've already got our post up. So make sure if you're listening to this or watching this, please vote in our polls. It's a bit of fun that we like to put up to see who sits on what side of the fence. So get involved in that.
The public holiday game has made it feel like footy time came around real quick.
And it's great.
And I love
it's
that.
Friggin' great. Plus Gal's fight last night.
Oh, should we touch on that?
You can touch on it because sorry. So Peter politely invited me to go to the pub. I was absolutely tin-fruited after work, as I mentioned at the start of the podcast. By the time I got home, had a shower, scrubbed the alumina from every orifice of my body, I was like, no, I'm not coming.
It was fine. I went out to Penel's house and had some cake for his little brother's birthday, and we watched like a dodgy live stream on Facebook of the fight. But Gal lasted till the 10th round.
Yeah, I was going to say it was 10 rounds or something.
Yeah, and he literally just got belted up. Like if half the shots that Hooney put on him, Gal put on Hooney, Hooney would have been down like 100%. It was.
Did you hear what he said in his press conference or whatever the day
that was
before?
scat. But
I loved it. I loved it.
Me too. And
imagine if NRL players could talk to each other like that.
That's what I mean. And everyone was saying like, even when we were all watching it, there was a bunch of people going for Hooney over Gallen. I was like, why? And they're like, oh, because they were just like upset how he talked. I was like, he's just promoting the fight.
Sorry, that was my
Grandma
glass.
just headbutted the mic.
So,
but like,
I love it. It just gets you up and about. That's even like...
How many more people would have watched it because they're like, oh my goodness, Gal's going to try and break this bloke.
That's another thing we never
And he was
spoke
probably never
about.
going to try and do that. Like,
Well, he probably was, but...
yeah, but not
He
like
would have just
break
flogged...
his arm or anything.
He would have just flogged the absolute fucking life out of him.
Yeah.
What about how everyone kicked up a stink about Luai's photo screaming over Kafusi?
That was hilarious.
If roles were reversed, I can imagine that Queenslanders wouldn't have cared at all. I thought it was boss. Like, Jerome Luai is the most gangster NRL player.
He's so sick.
He is so sick. Like, reach out and come on here. Like, we would love to have a good yarn with you.
Fucking oath. Yeah, no. I thought it was a great photo and, like, literally people worrying about it. It's ridiculous.
But the fight was good.
Fight was good. Gal did well. And to be honest, like, he hit the ground. But it was sad because they both slipped over in the 10th round.
Yeah, I've seen that, like, missed tackle thing.
Yeah, they both slipped over and then they got up and then they went again. And then Gal, again, like, he didn't actually get hit. He just slipped.
Yeah.
And then he, like, fell down and got back up and the ref was like, no. And I was like,
No.
I was just like, oh, like, look, and he probably was concussed. Like, he got hit in the head enough times. But at the same time, I think that's the sport. And if they're willing to get back, if they get straight back up, like, after an obvious slip, I think he should be allowed to play on.
Yeah.
Because that's just, it's
it's
brutal. It's brutal, but that's what boxing
is.
is. Like, I don't think that should be classed as a knockout when he slipped over and got, like, he just, like, slipped and just jumped straight back up.
And then again, I'm not really that invested in boxing, but I did pinky promise you last night that I will go watch Tim Zoo.
Yeah, I mean, I was more interested in the Gallen one, but we will go watch that.
All right. Well, we don't have to, but
We'll figure it
I
out.
put it in my calendar. No, I'm kidding. All right. So have we even started on our tips?
Let's preview this.
Yeah, so we'll preview this round, which is basically, look, not really a preview because we've just dribbled everything that's going on in the league. So you know you're all up to date with what's going on. So we'll go through and we'll talk about our tips and then anything else that pops up.
Yes.
All right, Broncos, Rabbits.
I've got Rabbits.
I've definitely gone Rabbits too. So that's tonight.
Coates back in though.
Who cares?
And also Murray, Cook, Gagai, Arrow back in.
Yeah.
Benji out.
That's all right. I don't think Coates...
Matters.
I think, Coates is on the outer. He's probably more worried about next year. And
No.
I think Origin...
But good for Rabbits to have all their Origin boys back.
Fucking oath. Because they, like... Oh... I was going to say they ripped and teared, but the Queenslanders didn't really rip and tear. I'll shut my mouth before I say something stupid. All right, Cowboys versus Sharks on first game on Friday night.
I have Sharks at this minute.
I have Sharks at this minute too.
But I'm like not sure, but I'm going Sharks.
I've circled Cowboys, crossed them out, put Sharks because you know what? Look, they've been playing really well and I don't know, Cowboys are... Cowboys got pumped last week by Manly.
Cowboys did get pumped, and it was a Manly without Turbo. And I have it look, it literally could go either way, but I just think Sean Johnson off contract will be like looking to rip and tear to get people to watch.
He's just on fire.
But you know what I mean? Like, he needs a contract, so he is going to be doing everything he can to make himself look good. We've also got...
that was the only thing on about Cronulla is Wade Graham, speaking of concussions and stuff.
Did you watch this when he got concussed?
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, but did you watch him, like, pretend it was his foot?
Yeah, which was the most rugby league thing ever to do. But like,
he literally like nearly falls on his face because he's so concussed, and then he like jumps up and he's like, "Oh my heel!"
Oh my god!
I was like, it was like bad, but it was just so funny to watch. Like,
yeah, it's just. That's fighting spirit.
I was like, that's quick thinking from Graham because
he was concussed.
Considering it, well, he would be worried too because he's had a lot of concussions. So, you know, one or two more that he could be in the same situation as Friend or Cordner. So,
4 months, isn't he taken off the game?
Something like that.
Is it 4 weeks or 4 months?
I think it's 4 weeks, 4
months seems like a long time.
I think it's definitely 4 weeks.
4 weeks. So they've got Chad Townsend back, Magulius.
Magulius on the bench, yeah. I love that name.
Just purely from Bloke in a Bar, or do you like...
No, I just think it's funny. I haven't heard them say that.
Oh, Denon goes, I can't wait to hear him running down the sideline going, Magulius, that's the ball.
So funny, eh?
Felt's back.
Townsend on the in the reserves also.
Yeah, cool.
Not in the not even on the interchange. He's just out. So it'll be SJ and Moylan.
Oh, well, it's always safe to have him there, but game of the round, Friday night. I'll be at work. Fuck yeah. Panthers versus Roosters.
Roosters.
You've gone Roosters?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I will never tip against my boys.
No, you've also the Omen thing with the jersey and
Fuck,
Sam
I didn't
Walker.
even realise that. And you know what? Can you see that?
And the Roosters sticker. If whoever's watching this video, it's just like, it would be rude to tip the Panthers now.
Fuck. I'm putting a multi on as soon as we finish.
Yeah, Roosters, we've still got...
I'm going to share this to Hello Sport and say if this isn't an omen, you wouldn't believe it.
Teddy's back, Takiaho back, and Verrills is back, but in the 14 jersey.
Yeah, so who's... Oh, because Adam Keegren is...
Kieran.
Like I suck at last names.
Adam Kieran.
You sure it's not Keegren?
Yes, I'm sure. It's
Keigh.
Yeah, GH makes a h. Maybe like in...
Kieran.
Like cough.
Adam Kieran. All right, there you go. I've learned something today. I don't even need to go to work tonight. Adam Kieran. Yeah, he's playing hooker.
I like Adam Kieran, and his kicking is so handy. Like, we need a good kicker out there, and he's a gun.
You just...
Plus, he's left-footed, which is sick.
That's hot. I love left-handed people just like... It's a vibe.
Yeah.
Except for my brother's left-handed. He's a loser.
Yeah, and also Marge out, which we spoke about.
Touched on that. That sucks because he actually has been playing pretty good footy.
Yeah, but I think Kieran will be fine there. And if he's playing shit, we've got Verrills to come on, so who cares?
I'm excited to see Verrills come back.
I
like
know.
He's a fucking young gun.
He's a gun.
Saturday night. Saturday
Warriors.
Arvo. We've got Knights versus Warriors. So Ponga returns.
Pierce
returns. How many halves partners?
Clemmer back.
How many halves partners do you reckon there's been?
Oh, mate, so many.
And they've been just like stale as since Paul Piercy's been out.
Yeah. Clemmer and Hunt also back here.
Oh, and Reece Walsh is back for...
Reece Walsh back for Warriors, yes.
Yeah. All right, who have you gone?
I've gone Knights.
I've also gone the Knight.
I just reckon Pierce back, like,
that's
home game.
Yeah. I reckon
Saturday.
Ponga will put on a clinic.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even think Ponga will put a clinic on. I reckon Pierce will put a clinic on.
I think they've literally, because they've shown good signs every now and again, and I think they literally just need Pierce to come back and, like...
Show some leadership.
Like, steer the ship.
What is this fucking ad?
And just tell them, like, what's going on. And then that will free up Ponga to rip and tear, whereas I feel like when Ponga's been playing without Pierce there, he's having to, like, try and, like... They're just getting it to Pierce and to Ponga, and being like, do something with it. Whereas at least Pierce will be able to set him up a bit more.
Yeah.
You know?
A bit more ball playing.
Best out. He's got syndesmosis, so that'll be for like 8 weeks or something, they said.
But he really hasn't been doing too much.
He has not been good this season, but he's also been injury ridden.
That sucks because what time do you play on Saturday?
4. Oh, no, 2.
2. So you might be able to catch him because we'll probably be, I think we'll have to warm up at 3. Actually, I have no idea what time we play, but I'm assuming it's 4:30.
I think it's 4:30.
But that game's at 3. I wouldn't actually mind watching that game. So, yeah, so that's the first game on Saturday.
I will say,
Sorry.
Harris Tavita's out
Yes, I did see that, which was why
because he had a
his shot on fucking cheese.
cheese was so good.
That was
he's a gun. I have always really liked Harris Tavita.
He's a hot boy too.
He is a hot boy.
That was so good.
Harris Tavita out and Sean Sullivan is in as half, I think.
Do you want me to go into it and look at it? Or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I believe you.
Apparently he's all right. Egan also out, which is the 9. The hooker.
Oh, yes, I do know Egan.
And obviously Malmalo out.
Malmalo has gone to the Tigers, which we'll touch on Sunday. So second game, Dragons versus Raiders. I've 100% gone to the Raiders.
I have Dragons at this stage.
Oh, really? So that's you're thinking they'll bounce back.
Well, I just don't think that they'll have that loss again. They have been playing pretty good.
That's the thing, they have
They
been
are
playing
at
good.
home. I did hear like a stat this morning about like the amount of tries Dufty's scored against the Raiders at Wynn Stadium in the last like how many games. It's like
Don't tell me stats.
it's like
That'll sway
like
me.
a ridiculous amount of like tries he's scored at Wynn Stadium against the Raiders. So
Can we get like a win?
yeah.
I wonder if it has like
Lomax is in at number 21 also, so not on the interchange, but he's in the reserves.
possible.
So he's obviously coming back
probable.
from his hand injury.
Well, hopefully they don't play as bad as... Look, I'm going to stay with my tip. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm going Dragons for now. I was concerned because I think Raiders played really well last week.
But they did verse the Broncos.
But it was against the Broncos, exactly right. And I think Dragons will bounce back. I'll say that you always talk about Hudson Young, and he's into reserves now, not...
Yeah, I think I saw that when I was playing... No, Hudson Young in.
Yeah.
Oh, reserves,
so
yeah,
not
yeah.
interchange.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was going to say he was on the list that I just looked at. Yeah, Huddy, he... I think Katie used to be really good friends with him and his brother growing up, so...
They're from Maitland, hey.
Maitland or Greeter or something.
Speaking of people from Maitland, I heard two on the way here, two on the radio, 2 people, a girl and a boy, just qualified for the Olympics from Maitland.
Doing what?
Swimming.
Not that friggin' freakish fast girl that just like broke the...
Oh, maybe. She got in the 200 breaststroke and he got in like backstroke or something.
I don't know. We might look that up and we'll share that on our page because congratulations to them.
It's good to see local talent getting out there.
Homegrown crop that are going to go to Tokyo, and I can't wait for the Olympics.
I know.
I'm so pumped to watch the Olympics.
I know. I just wish I was like at home for it because we don't have a TV at our house, so
You're more than welcome to come here.
I might come here, but it's hard because I just like to perch up for the whole of the Olympics in front of the TV. So like, I might just be like living here for a few weeks.
Well, Katie goes away for 2 weeks, so you can come and like keep me company. Otherwise, I'll be crying myself to sleep and getting drunk.
Well, she goes home. She goes away next week, doesn't she?
Next Tuesday, and I'll just be getting drunk and be crying by myself on the lounge.
I'll come to the company. I've got nothing on now. I'm unemployed. And on break.
Storm and Tigers. Yeah. Even though that's that weird thing about Mamalo, I can't go past the Storm.
Nah, Storm will win, I reckon.
Storm at home.
Welch back. Sofa Solomona back. George Jennings back.
Holy dooly. So that's a squad.
And also Dewey's out for the Tigers after his head knock last week.
I must have missed that. Yeah, I would have been.
Yeah, it was like at the end of the game. He got a head knock.
Taken off.
And got taken off, yeah. So
well, that sucks for the Tigers. But welcome, Mamalo. We're looking forward to seeing what you can do there.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking cool if you could.
It's interesting to see him like...
It'd be mad to see him score a hat-trick against the Storm, but then the Storm still win.
Yeah, I think so. It's interesting, like, obviously wingers aren't as involved in the plays and stuff, but it's interesting to see him go straight in to
starting
side when he's only just moved there. But I think it's just because Dewey's out of the centres, they needed to move.
It just worked out timing-wise. Parramatta versus the Dogs on Sunday. Para did have a good win against the Tigers.
Yeah, great win.
So I am going to go with them again.
Yeah, I'm going Eels as well. They do have Sevo out, though, for that high shot.
I'm glad that you've got like all the ins and outs because I don't.
Yeah, well, I told you. I've written things down this week.
I know, I'm so proud of you.
This is what having nothing on does to me. Normally I'm like just...
I'm going to give you full reign of the Instagram account now.
Normally I have like full things on like all day, every day, and now I'm just like...
Are you on uni holidays?
Yeah.
Till when?
19th of July.
So Okay, I don't know when that is.
It's like a month.
I don't even know what fucking day it is.
It's only the 17th of June now. So
just really quickly touching on that. Happy anniversary, Katie. It's our 4-year anniversary today.
Congrats.
Yeah, I was writing down the date yesterday and I'm like, 17th of June. That rings a bell.
4 years, jeez.
Yeah, so we've been together 4 years today.
Wowee.
So yeah, love you, babe. Winking at the camera for you. Hopefully she watches this and listens and likes and subscribes and shares.
Yeah, so Eels will be, I think, win, but Bulldogs literally
Dogs.
Team unchanged. Sivo out for the Eels. I don't really know the rest of these, but Sean Russell is a debut, I believe, and he's starting on the wing.
Oh, well, congratulations. Welcome to first grade. Hopefully he has a good game.
Yes.
God, it'd be hilarious if the Dogs won again.
Oh, my goodness. It won't happen.
No, it won't happen. That's something I will do, or I'll get you to do, is go back and, like, flick between wins and we'll figure out how many games it is and we'll pre-plan for it.
Yes, I think so.
But we won't tell anyone.
No.
We'll keep it, like, between our
keep
group
it
chat.
hush-hush.
Last game on Sunday, Titans versus Manly. Even though the Titans did come back, I think they only came back because, like, literally Hot Boy Walker
Hot Boy was off. We kind of just slept
melted without him.
Yeah. And it's hard. Like, we
froze without him is what I should say. And then Hot Boy comes back on. We all melt and everything goes to plan. Turbo would be back.
I think Manly still win. Turbo's back. Kepi's back.
Boom. Easy.
Brimson is in 21 for the Titans, which is interesting. But they did say he's most likely going to be fit to play, so you would imagine he'll be.
Who have they named at fullback then?
Couldn't tell ya.
Jaden Campbell. Oh, duh. The other young fella that's been ripping and tearing.
Yeah.
He's been playing really well, but the only thing I fear for him is he needs to put on, like, a tiny bit of weight.
He's so small.
He's tiny. Like,
he looks like a little boy.
He
looks like him and Sam Walker look like they should be in year 6.
Not year 6, but, like, maybe year
10.
10. Because then you look at Suwali, who is just like a fucking man.
He looks like a man.
God, did you see his power storming run? He carried like 4 defenders.
Yeah.
It was just like,
literally, there were so many people.
Quick play the ball, and then our boy Matt over the try line.
Yeah, literally, he
did a PD try.
He had so many people on him.
Yeah, he had about 4 or 5, like, and it was just like,
boom.
It was so hectic. Good to see.
It's good to watch.
All right, let's wrap this up.
I think we already talked about it, but Kevin Proctor out. Also, Cade Cuss dropped.
Dropped?
Well, like, he's out. And I don't think he's injured. And I just cannot see.
He's been playing good.
He has not had a starting spot like the whole time. And I think he rips and tears every time he
plays
gets
in the halves, eh?
And he can play 9 as well.
Because where'd Schuster go?
Is
he back in the back row or is he injured?
I think he's injured.
We might have to Google that one.
But he was out last week as well. I think they're both their systems.
No, because I noticed he was out last week.
Yeah, he's injured. But Cust, I hope I don't hope he's injured, but I don't feel like he should have been dropped. I feel like he plays really well all the time.
Yeah, what do they say? You need a Cade in your team.
You do need a Cade in your team.
All right, let's quickly wrap this Penthouse Multi up. Actually, I was going to do a visual for the Instagram page, but I ran out of time and couldn't be bothered, let's be frank. So last week's Penthouse Multi got 5 out of the 16 correct.
Oh, I'm glad that you did that. That's not too bad.
I was going to get the visual up and just put X's next to the ones that we got wrong. But anyway, just for the everyone playing at home.
That's not too bad.
5 out of 16 is less than 50%, but like I say every week, you got to be in it to win it.
You do.
All right, let's go. So first round.
Get me splits it up so we can get the...
What is going on with my throat?
I thought you were about to, when you picked up your glass then, I thought you were having a suck of a vape. I thought you were just like, what's wrong with my throat? And then picked up your vape and I was like...
No, I'll turn the camera off for that one. Have you did you pick your pre-pick?
I picked some things, yeah.
You've pre-picked? Oh, God, I am so impressed with you.
Well, listen, I'm normally
That's going in your performance appraisal.
Well, I nearly got fired on the way in because I was late.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. All right. You loaded into Sportsbet.
Yep, ready.
Because my phone is the super legit camera that we use.
Yes. Radio, first game.
I've gone Bunnies 13 plus.
Great, because I had 13 plus, Bunnies 13 plus or Johnson to score. So we'll just do both.
I feel like we have the same brain,
Yeah, no, weird.
but we only have 2 brain cells, so we just share one each.
Sometimes we just have to, like, if someone's got something important on, we just let the other one borrow both the brain cells, and I just have to go, like, without a brain cell.
So what happens tonight when I go in on dog watch? Do you just...
No, I get your brain cell. You know,
Yeah, I don't need it tonight, actually.
I'm sure you can just do that on autopilot.
Yeah, I'll just like...
But when I'm at uni, you struggle for the day.
That actually makes sense. I usually have a lot of headaches.
Righto. Next one. I've got Mulatalo, anytime try scorer.
How do I spell that?
Mulitalo. Ronaldo.
I do go back and recheck these, but just on the fly. I've also gone... Wait, so at this point in time, have you gone Sharks?
Yeah.
Because I've gone Sharks head-to-head.
Yeah, let's do it. Sharks head-to-head. Righto, next game. Chooks versus Panthers. I've got Tupou, anytime try scorer.
Tupou, and I've gone Chooks head-to-head.
Let's do it.
Oh...
I'm pretty sure...
My old man is a Panther supporter, and I just fucking hope we beat them.
I'm pretty sure
They're like full strength.
Tupou is meant to be matched up against Toto. So.
Just smash him.
And I'm just like, that's high balls. Tupou's
Just absolutely smash him.
Righto.
And yes, kick over the top of him.
Yes.
He's so small, but
so
fuck,
cute.
he's so good.
He's so cute also.
He's so good.
Righto, next game, Knights versus Warriors.
I've gone Ponga anytime try scorer.
I had Ponga anytime try scorer.
Oh, this is weird.
Stop it. Well, we're going to need to pick another one.
Should we go Pierce?
Do we reckon?
I don't know. What are they paying? Like, what's the Lions paying? Talk to me, Lions. I don't reckon it'll be blowout.
The line, or like, you mean big win, little win kind of thing?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Newcastle 1-12 is $3.25. Newcastle 13 plus is $3.
What, they reckon they're going to smash them?
Do you reckon we go 1-12?
Yeah, because I was like, I don't think it's going to be a huge one.
I don't think it's going to be a flogging either.
Oi, what was our margin game?
Oh,
Just out of curiosity.
We'll go back.
We'll circle back because that always helps.
Raiders versus Canberra. Oh, we've been doing it too long. Raiders versus Dragons. Very sorry. Yes.
Oh, I had to find that button.
I have Dufty anytime try scorer after hearing that stat.
Well, yeah, that's a goer, but I'm also going to go Big Papa Lee. Papa Lili. Is that how you say it? Papa Lili. Lee.
Righto, now
Pappy.
we've got
Dufty.
Storm versus
Tigers. I've just gone flat out Storm 13 plus.
Yeah, well, that is actually really good because I went Storm 13 plus or Malmalo anytime try scorer.
Beautiful.
So we'll do both.
So we've got the team to win, but the opposition to score.
I think Malmalo comes back. It's his debut. He's got a good buddy. What's her face?
What's his face?
He's got a good record against the Storm. God, I need Peter, if you have like 5 minutes left, just perk up.
Do you want a Barocca in that fucking glass of water?
I'm good. I didn't have a coffee this morning. That's my problem.
Neither have I, but I'm on dog watch, so I can't have caffeine or mummy can't sleep.
Righto, Eels versus Dogs.
So we've obviously both picked the Eels.
Yeah.
I've gone Avarillo anytime try scorer.
Yes, I'll put him. And I've gone Russell, who is the one making his debut on the wing for the Eels.
You reckon? Hold on, let me get it up.
He actually is not even someone I'm allowed to pick, so...
Oh, really?
Literally. He's not even coming up on Sportsbet, which is upsetting. Oh, no, here he is, Sean Russell.
Everyone stop panicking. We found him.
Yeah, stop stressing.
Sean, spelt like scene. Katie,
Yeah.
that's how Katie thought it was pronounced.
Scene.
Scene Russell.
Okay, last game.
Fuck, that'd be mad if he scored on debut.
Well,
in a good team.
A lot of people have been scoring
and
on debut.
Jacob Arthur the other week for
Heaps of them.
Parramatta.
Look at that guy that played for the Tigers, the little blondie/ranger.
What happened to him? He's
I don't know, but he scored a heap.
He scored one. One was disallowed.
Yeah, but still, on debut.
But
People have been debuting really freaking well this year.
Well, Joseph Sawali didn't, which was something.
He debuted fine, though.
Oh, he had a fantastic debut. No, we didn't. We lost to the Broncos.
No, but he played well.
we got pumped.
He played well.
We got pumped.
If we were winning that game, he probably would have been able to rip into
We
it.
got pumped, and then every person I knew on social media fucking sent me a message. I turned my phone off and deleted the
I've
account.
gone Jason Saab anytime try scorer for Manly versus Titans.
Yeah, well, I've gone Manly 13 plus.
Let's do it. Let's see. Manly 13 plus. I reckon this one's going to win.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one.
It does, eh?
So, give me like the dollar figure for what we can bet. So don't give me.
No. It's fine. It's
So we can put $1 on it.
we can put a whole dollar on it.
Oh fuck! Hit me slowly, but
$109,871.69.
go. So $109,000, $871.69 for those 16 legs to come off. That must mean that
I'm in a power play mine, which puts it up to 136,000. If anyone wants to do that,
I'm not writing
No.
that one down.
No, but feel free.
But I'm going to jump on. I do the same thing. What I'll do is I'll once we finish recording this and make sure that I've plugged everything in correctly, because the last 2 times I fucked up. We'll put the talking bit. What's this? The podcast. We'll put that up on iTunes.
The talking bit.
I am also feeling flat. We'll put the podcast up on Spotify and iTunes. So if you follow us on Spotify, listen on Spotify, please follow. Petey, what do we do if we're on iTunes?
Subscribe,
And
like, 5 stars.
correct. We're getting there. Also, smash the subscribe on the YouTube. We really want to get some more YouTube followers. Let us know. We put a story up before we went live. If there's any feedback that you got for us, anything that you want to see us doing more of, we do have a cheeky little interview coming up this week. When we do interviews, we're gonna call it the Sunday session, and we've got our first Sunday session guest coming up this weekend, which is very exciting. We're both looking forward to it.
We might even put a little box, like a questionnaire box on Insta for your suggestions for segments and things to talk about in the off season. What you want to hear?
That's you're on fire. You've just had a second win.
I have.
All right. Well, I don't think I've got anything else. I've already told you my joke, but I'm not allowed to tell you it on air. Well, if that's all from you, that's all from me. See you next week.
See you then.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind.